is that server.
What's good, y'all? If you're new to the channel, my name is GEEK and I'm acting across KRXOVR Media. People have been asking for this one. I already know I'm expecting a lot. Y'all been talking very highly about it. Also, in general, I need you to please be patient when it comes to these videos. I do work a 9 to 5 and I go to school from 6 to 9, 2 days a week as well. So I don't always have time to film these things. So whenever I do get a chance, I try to get on them as soon as I can. But like I said, people have been talking very highly about this one. So I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it.
Some AGP shit, you know what's going on right now. Plugged in with Fumez. Free the fucking guys, man. Free broad day.
Okay, AB.
Free arm response. Free player. Free VR. Free risky.
I'm liking the beat already.
These fucking guys coming that piece on the week. Gang shit.
This one piece shit, but trust me, dog. If I get up close, I'ma send them up to Atlas. And your broski ain't gonna back this. Your heart ain't in it, you ain't gonna hack this. Them man was talking lows, now we got youngers and olders in a fat split. Smells the shotgun bells, will swear like Corona, you don't wanna catch this. 15 when I.
Yeah, we're taking that back. Taking that back.
AGP shit, you know what's going on right now.
Taking that back. His flows on this are cold.
Free the fucking guys, man. Free broad day.
I'm enjoying this beat a lot too.
Free player. Free VR. Free risky. Hey. These fucking guys coming that piece on the week. Hey. Gang shit.
This one piece shit, but trust me, dog. If I get up close, I'ma send them up to Atlas. And your broski ain't gonna back this. Your heart ain't in it, you ain't gonna hack this. Them man was talking lows, now we got youngers and olders in a fat split. Smells the shotgun bells, will swear like Corona, you don't wanna catch this. 15 when I first saw Shorty, 17 when I first put hands on Joe. 2 times weren't something that I planned on. Now I'm fresh home, let's see what your gang's on. Jump up, bit.
Yeah, his flows are airtight on this one, and that the 15, 17 sound like you said, that 8 sequence reminds me of I think Bando did that. I think it was in You Know the Vibes. It's either Bando or Double L's. It was their song, but one of them had that sequence, that kind of sequence. I enjoy when artists do that. It's pretty cool. Let me know if anybody else has ever done one of those, like, cause they always start at 15 now that I'm thinking about it. I know T.Scam has a sequence like that too. But anyway, let me know if any other artists have done a sequence like that.
Smells the shotgun bells, will swear like Corona, you don't wanna catch this. 15 when I first saw Shorty, 17 when I first put hands on Joe. 2 times weren't something that I planned on. Now I'm fresh home, let's see what your gang's on. Jump up, bait, ducking him down, thinking, let me swipe them legs that he stands on. Trust me, he's pissed, I ain't chatting shit.
Man said, let me swipe them legs that he stands.
Gangs on, jump out bait, ducking him down, thinking, let me swipe them legs that he stands on. Trust me, he's pissed, I ain't chatting shit. If I pull a full clip, then dog, that's your man's gone. Active ganger, big T.Scammer, lean out, bait with my red bandana. Click that my man's head, he would've been dead, but it turned to a jammer. And she knows my name, T.Scam, mash up the pum pum, now she call me rammer. Give her this hammer, then clean my hammer, then go over there and slap my hammer. Gangs on, jump out bait, ducking him down, thinking, let me swipe them legs that he stands on. Trust me, he's pissed, I ain't chatting shit. If I pull a full clip, then dog, that's your man's gone. Active ganger, big T.Scammer, lean out, bait with my red bandana. Click that my man's head, he would've been dead, but it turned to a jammer. And she knows my name, T.Scam, mash up the pum pum, now she call me rammer. Give her this hammer, then clean my hammer, then go over there and slap my hammer. Got chefed in his head back, step 3 blocks, one get back. Tell numerous.
I like those things. Those are the things that excite me, yo. First of all, I'm enjoying this beat. But the moment when his flow matched the kick underneath, I liked it. Those little things always get me for some reason. Like, it just shows that there was so much more effort put into putting everything together, yo.
And slap my hammer. Got chefed in his head back, step 3 blocks, one get back. Tell numerous spells, tell him tech that. But when in his chest out, we don't want YGs. Where all the vets at? Flick that, wet that, aim that.
Man said we don't want the YGs. Where the vets at?
Tell him tech that. But when in his chest out, we don't want YGs. Where all the vets at? Flick that, wet that, aim that, KWEFF that. Leave man pranking, tell a man bench that. He was wolfing, now he's a dead man.
He said leave man planking, tell a man bench that.
One get back, tell numerous spells, tell him tech that. But when in his chest out, we don't want YGs. Where all the vets at? Flick that, wet that, aim that, KWEFF that. Leave man pranking, tell a man bench that. He was wolfing, now he's a dead man. If you didn't know, it's hunting season. With the reason he's in Garden of Eden. You don't wanna see me hunting, squeezing. I'll jump up, beat it, and jumping speed.
Bruh. Bruh.
Knows my name, T.Scam, mash up the pum pum, now she call me rammer. Give her this hammer, then clean my hammer, then go over there and slap my hammer. Got chefed in his head back, step 3 blocks, one get back. Tell numerous spells, tell him tech that. But got one in his chest out. We don't want YGs, where all the vets that flick that, wet that, aim that, queff that, leave man pranking, tell a man bench that he was wolfing, now he's a dead man. If you didn't know, it's hunting season with a reason he's in Garden of Eden. You don't wanna see me hunting squeezing, I jump up beating and jumping speeding. I'm the reason these shy to take off his top when him and his gal are cheating. I ain't even tweaking, I'm dude boy, and trust me,
I'm the reason why he can't take off his top.
Oh!
I gave him too many scars. It's embarrassing.
Somebody, oh! He needs some milk.
reason he's in Garden of Eden. You don't wanna see me hunting squeezing, I jump up beating and jumping speeding. I'm the reason these shy to take off his top when him and his gal are cheating. I ain't even tweaking, I'm dude boy, and trust me, the moves ain't healing. This 4-4 give you more than a cocoa. Eat these sweets, so no, that's YOLO. Dot dot bang, make man do pogo. I ducked him down from at D's to Coco.
Dot dot bang, make man do pogo.
Eat these sweets, so no, that's YOLO. Dot dot bang, make man do pogo. I ducked him down from at D's to Coco. Bait on snap, so we got turned ghost mode, stepped out.
You know, I heard somebody say something. I think when Walks and Mr. Reloaded, Alex Babs were reacting to this, I think I caught some commentary. It could be them, I don't know. I think I caught some commentary after I unmuted their stream when somebody was saying like how when artists make certain references where you can tell where they're talking about. Like apparently he made a reference to like a very specific region where like you know the McDonald's to I believe he said Coco or something like that. I get it. I know exactly what he's saying. I get it. Yeah.
Bang, make man do pogo. I ducked him down from at D's to Coco. Bait on snap, so we got turned ghost mode. Stepped out solo and taped off postcodes. No one can't be on to Kojo. That's bro like Yaya and Colo. All we know is
talking about Kojo. He's talking about.
Got bang, make man do pogo. I ducked him down from at D's to Coco. Bait on snap, so we got turned ghost mode. Stepped out solo and taped off postcodes. No one can't be on to Kojo. That's bro like Yaya and Colo. All we know is section 60s. All we know is dip and hit niche. All I know is
you know, I almost didn't even realize that the beat simplified. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I almost didn't realize that they brought it down to mostly the melody and the perks. I didn't even catch that until the freaking kick came back in.
So
that was cold.
Ghost mode, stepped out solo and taped off postcodes. No one can't be on to Kojo. That's bro like Yaya and Colo. All we know is section 60s. All we know is dip and hit niche. All I know is he was from and he got turned to Swiss cheese. I don't know why they mention my name in tracks, so I'm going for the idiot pick me. At least show your face so I know who you are, and when we buck up, I load you quickly. Them man into the rap cap. We ching ching and back. Soon them shank shy time and hashtag or slap them whacked on your block into Baghdad. I might do uptown bay, that's a shank on my waist and a whap in a handbag. Might give her up with a cheeky butt 5, then go limp broskies in the ash rack. Said you're on gang musk on nuts. Got a Rambo neck to my nuts. Jumped out of the ding with a ching ching. He tried cut and I ripped his.
Jump out the ding ding with a ching ching. What the hell? I can hear Chino Supreme losing his mind to that bar. I haven't seen if Chino reacted to this or not, but I can see that being the kind of bar that makes him just start losing his mind.
Ding ding with the ching ching, bro. Time. Oh.
I go slap them whaps and you're blocking to Baghdad. I might do uptown bay, that's a shank on my waist and a whap in a handbag. Might give her up with a cheeky butt 5, then go limp broskies in the ash rack. Said you're on gang musk on nuts. Got a Rambo neck to my nuts. Jumped out of the ding with a ching ching. He tried cut and I ripped his. Nuts far from nuts like bro. What the fuck? Right, him try keep it hush. The secret's out, you mugs. Hold that, pet this, flick that, chefed him. I saw he ran in his yard with his dad. I would've wet you, then wet him. If I pull up right now with a special thing, I wanna press it, KWEFF you and your brethren. Triple S just jumped out the dinger, all they had was screaming and a loud engine. Trying to get the drop on the latest Jordans, I'm trying to get the drop on the latest up. Ding don't stop, heartbeat drop, shells fly out straight into his top. You're trying to dodge these beanies, I'm on the hot block trying to dodge these cops. And I don't wanna hear that active, he's gone now, no he was not.
The engineer.
Rambo tracks, so I'm going for the idiot pick me. At least show your face so I know who you are, and when we buck up, I load you quickly. Them man into the rap cap. We ching ching and back. Soon them shank shy time and hashtag or slap them whacked and you're blocking to Baghdad. I might do uptown bay, that's a shank on my waist and a whap in a handbag. Might give her up with a cheeky butt 5, then go limp broskies in the ash rack. Said you're on gang musk on nuts. Got a Rambo neck to my nuts. Jumped out of the ding with a ching ching. He tried cut and I ripped his. Nuts far from nuts like bro. What the fuck? Right, him try keep it hush. The secret's out, you mugs. Hold that, pet this, flick that, chefed him. I saw he ran in his yard with his dad. I would've wet you, then wet him. If I pull up right now with a special thing, I wanna press it, KWEFF you and your brethren. Triple S just jumped out the dinger, all they had was screaming and a loud engine. Trying to get the drop on the latest Jordans, I'm trying to get the drop on the latest up. Ding don't stop, heartbeat drop, shells fly out straight into his top. You're trying to dodge these beanies, I'm on the hot block trying to dodge these cops. And I don't wanna hear that active, he's gone now, no he was not.
It's the engineer.
For those who responded to my top 5 plugged in question the other day, this one is definitely one of the strongest contenders for top 5. It might replace one of the top 5 that I originally included. Probably, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this was it, Chief. This was it. This is definitely it. So on this channel, we hold the vowels. That means we're getting straight into it. And for all intents and purposes, this one was perfect. There's definitely some things I could probably nitpick at if I really wanted to, but I think that all of the things that this one did very well outshine any of the things that I could potentially try to point out. There were some extremely minor moments when it's flowed I wasn't like super duper a fan of, but like they were so minuscule compared to some of the other things that I've pointed out in previous plugins and previous songs. And then on top of that, the ways in which he followed right back up from some of those very small moments I could barely even remember, it completely outshines anything that I could potentially complain about. This is probably, if not in my top 5 plugins of all time, and like in its totality, it's definitely top 5 plugins for flow at the barest of minimums. And the best part about this, in my opinion, was really the flow. Just the way he kept switching it up, and he didn't switch it up in ways that were awkward. It kind of felt forced. I like the fact that he kind of gave himself breaks in between the switch ups. I know some artists, they're able to just switch it up like just seamlessly. I kind of like when artists take a little bit of a split second. I think also too, sometimes trying to go in and out of the flows super seamlessly can also create some disruptions and make it sound a little bit awkward if they're not really seasoned. So I like those small delays. It made all the difference. But even with that, I do like the moments where you just switch the flow up at the drop of a dime, like just by itself. That I almost can't even speak about it, because honestly, the flows are the highlights of this plugged in. The beat is also a very strong component of this one. It is a bit of a divergence from some of the complaints that I have been having with plugged in lately, where I've been saying that I feel like plugged in has developed its own type beat, such that all of the beats kind of have a similar vibe and a similar feeling. This one does kind of relate to some of the previous plugged ins in terms of the way that it sounds. However, some of the smaller moments, really in just the melody and in the ways that some of the parts of the beat drop out and come back in, those are the little things that make a beat memorable for me, and that's what this one has. Will I say it's my favorite plugged in beat, or it's among the best plugged in beats? I don't know. I honestly don't know yet. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of plugged in beats are really just a blur in my head. Like I can't really necessarily single out too many of them individually. So that's why the ones that I say are in my top 5, that's why they're in my top 5, because I can actually like remember the way that they sound in my head. Some of the other ones, like you may remember what they said, like moments that made you like get really excited, but in terms of the beats being what stands out, I don't think that there are many plugged ins where the beat stands out that much. So that's one of the other main reasons why this one is creeping up towards my top 5 plugged ins, because I can remember what the beat sounds like after listening to it. I also do think that the way that the beat and his flow complement each other also what's helping both of them stand out so much. Those are the small things that make the difference and can help make something just have way much more memorability, if that's even a word. If it isn't, I just made it up. You know what I mean? Those are the things that I'm looking for, because at the end of the day, anybody can be rude, anybody can say they got this person down, they did this, they did that, whatever, right? But it's about how creative can you get in the ways in which you articulate that. Like some of the plugins are just rude, and that's where what makes it memorable starts and stops, and that's not what I look for personally. But what I do look for is when artists get really creative with their wordplay, with the things that they say and how they say it. Now I'm not even gonna lie, there was some moments in my head where I felt like I heard similar references made from previous songs, but I couldn't pinpoint who said what. I'm not even gonna try to remember them right now, but honestly that's minor, because the way that he reinvented some of those moments, that's what makes the difference to me. Like this one is definitely a very creative plugged in. I really enjoyed it. I actually think I didn't like T.Scam's last track that I reacted that much. I thought it was okay. I think it was his freestyle. This one right here, I'm a fan of. I enjoy it. He has a lot of creative moments. I don't even need to get into all of them. I like the moments that he had, that they were rude, but they were creative and they were fun at the same time in their own ways, and like the drill kind of way. This one was the full package lyricism wise, in my opinion, of course. But also compared to some of the other things that I've heard this year, I do have to be fair that this one doesn't measure up to some of the things I've given 10s in the past by my standard. Just like some of the layers and some of the things that other people have said, this one, it creeps up right underneath it. So it isn't mediocre like some of the other plugins that I would say, but it also doesn't reach the levels of like somebody like Dave or Two-Face. Off the top of my head, those are people who have lines that really stick with me. Even T-Way. This one, it's right underneath that bar. But it is a very replayable plugin. This is probably a perfectly replayable plugin by my standards. I will listen to this again. I would play it in the background. That's usually some of the things that make a plugged in replayable to me, on top of the beat. Like really and truly, a beat can really make or break what makes a plugged in replayable to me. That's one of the main reasons why some of the previous ones just haven't really been hitting like that. They just don't have enough that stand out to me. But this one right here, it's fun. I enjoyed the beat. I'm gonna play this again. I'm putting this on my personal playlist. I get it, everybody who said this one is in their top 5. I don't have any arguments against it. I probably agree with you if I take the time to think about it. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. And as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more coming for y'all. But until next time, peace.